What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10.
Callin' my bitch, tell her bring me that noggin. Brain real good, she a scholar. I like a thing with low mileage, good brain with no college. Call me the baby, no Tyler. I'm real creative and stylish. FN in my denim. I send that hit, make them spin 'em. And I just flew back from LA.
Welcome back to another edition of Diamond in the Rough Sports Talk. For today's special guest, we had the primetime performer, the 6'5" shooting guard out of PHH Prep in Phoenix, Arizona. Let's all welcome Javon Ruffin. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, definitely. Now, can you, of course, you will be attending Colorado in the fall. Could you just tell us some of the factors that played a key role into you making that decision?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of them. A lot of it was the coaches. I had a really, really good relationship with the coaches. I've been talking to them since, I guess, the beginning of sophomore year. So I got to know them well over the years. And, I mean, really, it's just a great school. The basketball is good. I mean, this year, I think they're ranked 23rd right now in the country. And about to start the Pac-12 tournament, have a game tonight. But between the team, the academics, the coaches, I mean, it was an easy choice.
Absolutely. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the introduction, you're currently playing in PHH Prep in Phoenix, Arizona. Could you elaborate on the competition that you guys face night in and night out? And would you say that it is getting you ready for that Pac-12 competition that you're going to be facing?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, the competition is way better than any competition I've ever played, really, even adding AAU and EYBL. I mean, some of the players we play there, I mean, they're ranked guys. Everyone's going Division I for the most part. I mean, we played Paulo Banchero for our last playoff game. So, I mean, it really has everything.
Paulo Banchero, that's the guy that's going to Duke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how was it competing against him? He's a dog.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I wasn't able to play. I got hurt the game before that, but I mean, it was impressive to watch. He had 41 against us.
Nice. Yeah. Now you had the complete game, but one thing I appreciate the most about your game is your ability to hit threes, deep threes at that. Could you tell us what's your daily routine like? Because you shoot the ball so effortlessly, and it's just a really, you can tell you put a lot of time into your jump shot. So can you just take us through your daily routine of how you got your jumper so polished?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, it's taken years. I mean, I've been working on my shot since third grade. So, I mean, it's been a combination of years of work and refining it. But, I mean, now, daily, I mean, especially before the season and then the off season, I try to get up like 500 shots a day. All of them aren't necessarily threes, but, I mean, make some pull-ups, jumpers, form shots, get some threes, some deep ones too. So I think it's a combination of everything. A lot of it's just time, though. I mean, you can't rush a shot, but
absolutely,
yeah.
And you also have the ability to finish through contact at the rim. Could you just tell us, some of your favorite moves around the rim?
Yeah, I mean, I love doing spin moves and Euro steps. One of the guys I've watched that I've really influenced my game around the rim is Drew Holiday. I just love how he finishes through contact, and he can finish so well with his left hand and his right hand. So, I mean, he's just been like a fun player to watch, and it's being around him and the Pelicans, I've been able to take some of his stuff.
Now, what are some of your goals that you would like to achieve your freshman year of college, both academically and athletically as well?
I mean, athletically, I mean, I want to have the biggest impact I can. I'm going for, Pac-12 Freshman of the Year. I mean, that's my goal. I mean, I know it's only one person can get it, and I'm sure going to try my hardest to get there. But, I mean, yeah, I think that's it.
Definitely. Now, who would you say your favorite player is in the league is to watch? And also, what would you say, what is it about their game that you take and try to model into your game as well?
I mean, I already mentioned Drew Holiday. I just love how hard he plays on both ends of the court, how he can be a top 5 defender in the league and then come down and still give you 20. And he can just finish so well around the rim. I've loved that. But also Jason Tatum. I've started watching him a lot more recently. A lot of people say I already play like him.
Yeah.
But I just love how smooth his game is and his mid-range and his shot. And, I mean, he really just makes the game look so effortless.
Absolutely, man. I'll tell you a guy that comes to mind that you remind me of a little bit is Kawhi Leonard. And the reason
I get that one a lot too.
Yeah, and the reason I say that is because your ability to get to certain spots. You're strong. You're very strong, of course, when you go into the rim, and people can't necessarily bump you off of those spots as well. So that's why I say you remind me of Kawhi. Your handle, your ability to get to your spots, and also to finish through contact at the rim. So that's some good names though that you mentioned, man. And also, especially with Kawhi and Drew Holiday, those guys lock up on the defensive end as well. So it's not like you're just an offensive player. You compete on the defensive end as well, and that's very important.
Yeah.
So for my last question, if you could have competed in any NBA finals throughout the history of the NBA, which one would it have been and why?
It had to have been the Thunder versus the Spurs. I think it was 2012. Just because I just love that team. The Thunder team is probably one of my favorite teams ever to watch. I mean, even after Harden left and they made a few changes, but when it was Westbrook and KD, I just think they were one of the most exciting teams. It would have been fun to be a part of that.
Absolutely, man, and they were young as well. They were killers, man. They were that team was nice. And I think that's the same year that they lost to the Heat in the finals.
It is. Oh yeah,
year?
not the Spurs. Yeah. Not the Spurs. Spurs was I think a couple years later in the semifinals. But yeah, no, they lost to the Heat.
Right. Yeah, man. It was just LeBron had LeBron and Wade and Bosh. They were just a little more experienced and had a little bit too much for them.
And he just lost in 11 of Dallas.
Yeah. So they were on a revenge year. They were definitely So that's all the questions I have for you. Netterville, the floor is not yours.
What age did you first start playing basketball, and who was the person that introduced you to the sport?
I mean, I've always been around it. My dad, he's kind of the one that got me into it. He played in the league for a while. So, I mean, he's the one that got it started. I think I played on my first team when I was 5. I think I really started taking it serious, though, probably in 3rd grade. That's when I started going to the gym every day. That's actually why I chose number 8, because that's how old I was when I really, got the goal and knew what I wanted to do with basketball.
Wow. What would be your academic major in college? And
I'm not 100% sure about it yet, but I'm probably leaning towards computer science or engineering. Computer science is probably my most interesting one right now.
Even though you're playing in Phoenix, but in the past, when you and Chris Locker were teammates, on the court, in practice, off the court, how did you all encourage each other to keep getting better and better? And do you still keep in contact?
I haven't talked to him much since I left, but I mean, he was a really fun player to play with. I mean, I haven't played with a player that good. I mean, I don't know if really ever. I mean, he's a really talented player, especially for his age. And I mean, he was able to challenge me as a freshman, even though I was a junior. But I think we challenged and encouraged each other just by, I mean, it was almost a competition. I think every day, we both wanted to prove how good we were to each other. So in practice, we get physical, we fouling each other the whole time, talking trash and all that stuff. I mean, it was fun. Just to really have someone that could push you that hard, in practice. And then when we got together, I mean, we wanted to see each other do well. I mean, we weren't concerned about who's better in the game. we just wanted to get ourselves and our teammates the best we could so that we could go out and win a state championship.
And you're 100% right, because he came on the show about 9 months ago, and Kellen asked him a question similar to what I just asked you. He said, not only are we the best duo in the state, he said, but we're the best team in the state. So you stamped everything that he said 9 months ago. So it's law.
Yeah. We've definitely been tough to stop this year. I mean, I think he's going to get a championship by himself anyway. He should. I wish I could make it to the game, but no, he's a really talented player. He has a lot of potential.
What are some of your hobbies outside of basketball?
Well, outside of basketball, I love plants and animals. So I have a lot of like animals here of my own, like lizards and snakes and stuff. And then in previous years, I've had like a garden and some stuff like that.
Name a time you were faced with adversity and how did you overcome it?
Kind of have 2 times that come to mind. I guess 2 years ago, I hurt my kneecap right before I dislocated my kneecap right before it would have been right before June, right before we started the summer league. So I was kind of out for most of the summer, wasn't able to train and do as much as I could. But I mean, with just persistency and sticking to my therapy and all that stuff, I was able to be back by the time the season started. And I mean, come back and have one of the best years I've ever had. I mean, I'm going through this similar thing right now. I'm going to have to get surgery on Monday to fix my knee. I dislocated it again. But I mean, I plan on doing the same thing, this time coming back even stronger than I did before.
That's deep. That's deep. Can you please tell the world what type of person / player that the University of Colorado is getting?
I feel like they're getting the full package here. I'm going to bring, I mean, academically, I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to get along with all my teammates. I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. And then on the basketball court, I mean, I feel like I can do anything they need me to, whether it's rebound, defend, handle the ball, shoot. I feel like I can bring it all to the table.
For my last question, what is your burning desire?
I'm trying to get to the league. That's all. That's it.
I feel you.
Javon, can you tell us your social media platform so everyone who watches this interview can follow you and keep up with along with your journey?
Yeah, I mean, I just recently got an Instagram. I think it's Javon Ruffin with 2 N's. I mean, that's about it. I'm not really big into social media. Probably won't see me post much, but
yeah, just working on your game, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, I respect that, man. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, man. Definitely wish you the best of luck, you know, in the rest of this year with your surgery and also your freshman year in Colorado. And thank you so much for coming on our show. It's been a pleasure having you.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. And with that being said, this will conclude this segment of Diamond in the Rough Sports Talk. Thank you.